Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe here to Fino Boxing. All right, enjoy the video.
So I was back home, training a little bit, keeping in shape because I know we're on the lockdown. So as a boxer, you always have to keep fit. So training a little bit till I go back in August. So I go back in August, and then I started working out, and there was I got a date, and then so be it. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Richard. And also joining us is Richard's promoter, the International Boxing Hall of Famer, Lou Dibella. Lou, I know I think you just joined in the middle of Richard's question, but from your perspective, how did you, and your team sort of, work to regroup? And I know Mickey, Richard's manager, is on the call as well. Following that setback against TP Lopez, or what was the strategy in terms of getting Richard back in a meaningful fight, and going from there?
Well, we still believe Richard Comey could be champion again, and I know Richard believes he could be champion again. We had built into our deal when we fought Teofimo a fight, win, lose, or draw afterward with Top Rank. And my conversations with Top Rank basically involved, wanting to make a significant fight for Richard that could help elevate him, to championship level stuff in the future. In order to do that, you have to fight a championship level guy. And everyone on our team had reviewed Marinez's last fight. I don't think there was any of us that believed he lost. I think Marinez should be undefeated. I think he absolutely himself is a championship caliber fighter, but I think he's someone that Richard will beat. And we wanted Richard to get the most significant fight we could make for him. That's what the Marinez fight is. It's on a terrific card. I'm a huge Joe Smith fan. And I think it'll be a great opportunity for Richard to reestablish himself as what we all know he is, which is one of the best lightweights in the world.
Thank you, Lou. And Lou will be on with us during the Comey Q&A portion. So if you have questions for Lou as well, he's unmuted and will be available to answer questions. We're going to lead things off with Richard Comey, part of the Q&A, with Jake Donovan. Jake, we're back. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Evan. Richard, welcome back to the ring. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend. For you, how important was it for you to get a fight of this magnitude? Like, not just to take a tune-up fight, but to get a fight of this significance, get right back in the title picture.
Yeah, it's very important. Like, you always think a dream to be a two-time world champion. And ever since my loss, I've been wanting to come back, and it's a great fight for me to get back into the midst of it. The lightweight is hot. The lightweight is amazing. I always feel like whatever happens to people, just one of those things happen. So as a true champion, all the guys is to come back and come back strong. And after this, going to let me, once I win this fight, I'm going to be in the midst and then show the world that, it's not yet over. I still got a lot in the tank. Yeah.
No doubt. And then I know it's always a risk. You take you're out of the ring for 14 months. You don't know what to expect on fight night. But what measures have you taken to make sure, to minimize any amount of ring rust that you'd be carrying into the ring?
Yeah, I came back and I've been working a lot. I've been in the ring, sparring the right guys, and been trying to be smart. So it's been great. I don't really feel like I've been out for that long. Because I look great, I look sharp, I've been working on stuff in the gym, so I feel good.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Richard. Welcome back, and look forward to seeing you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jake. And now we go ahead. Can we go ahead to J.R. Bell? JR, unmute, and please go ahead and record.
Now, following up with your preparation for this fight against Jackson Marinez, you said that you've been in the gym working out, sparring and things like that. Like, how long did it take for you to kind of be comfortable in the gym? Like, you didn't have to shed that much weight or anything like that to be ready for this fight.
Well, when you're working, always you're in the gym. It doesn't take much long to be in shape. And you got great guy like Andre, Gary, working, having time with you to prepare. All you got to do is just turning up. Once I had the fight, once I had the day for the fight, just turning up and then be preparing. I'm always, whenever I'm not doing anything, back home in Ghana, I always do stuff. I don't try to be out of shape too much. So it's always great. It's boxing. This is what I do. So, it is what it is, and I feel good. I feel good.
Gotcha. And question for Lou Dibella there. Seeing that you have Commey in here in this particular fight, what do you feel like he could be in position for in the future if he gets to swing? If it's like an immediate title shot or something else to kind of keep him busy in 2021?
I think if he beats a fighter as good as Marinez and shows the whole world that he's back to where he was, I think that there are loads of. I mean, it's a very talent-rich, star-rich division with Ryan García and Devin Haney sitting there. There's Teofimo Lopez still sitting there, though I think that's the most unlikely situation. But there are a lot of other quality lightweights and guys holding belts and championship caliber fighters. And I think, if Richard wins a fight of this significance, he's certainly not going to go to something less significant.
JR, do you got any more questions, JR, before we let you go? Nope. All right. So now we're going to go to Ivan Montiel. Ivan, please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Good day, Comey. Good to see you back. Everyone's talking about your opponent, Marinez, and his last fight against Romero. Your thoughts on that fight, and what can you expect from Marinez going into this fight?
I think, watching that fight, I think, he did what he had to do, and I feel like he won that fight as well. But, it is sometimes, cards bring fights. So, he did what he had to do, but it's all about me, Romero anymore. And, I've been in there, and I feel like this is the right time for me. Definitely it's all about winning, and, we work on what we got to do in the gym. So on the night, definitely, I'm going to show that I belong there, and definitely the win is mine.
Also, you have a lot to prove now that you're back, and based on what happened in your last fight. So, do you want to make a statement against Marinez? Do you want to go for the knockout? You want to show the world?
Like I always said, in my entire career, I never tried to go into the ring trying to knock anyone out. I never planned that. I just go in there, work on things that I work in the gym, and work out, do what I have to do. And if the knockout comes, it always comes as a bonus. And I thank God if knockout comes, But definitely, I'm just going there. This is a 10-round fight, and I'm ready to do 10 rounds. So whatever comes before or after, it's all about winning. And whichever way it comes, I'm gonna win. That's all.
All right. Any final questions for Richard before he goes, or for Lou Dibella? Please again raise hand or send me a private message in the chat, and we will get we'll get to that. Richard, while we wait a couple last questions, do you think too much was made out of the Teofimo Lopez loss? I mean, it was sort of, you got caught in the second round, and the fight was sort of over shortly after that. Do you think too much was made of the loss, and sort of, and for what do you hope to prove to people that maybe doubt you coming off that fight?
Well, I don't really have to prove much, but we all see what happened. And on that front, I thought the referee should have given me a little bit of time. But, whatever happens, it happens. And this is boxing. Big champions always go down, Muhammad Ali. And even recent, we have Anthony Joshua going through the same thing, but he come back and he come back great. So I don't really have anything to prove. I'm just coming back to do what I got to do by staying sharp and, staying focused just to win this fight. And then, everyone everyone knows what I can do. So there's no point for me to prove anything. I'm just coming in there, relax, try to take my time, and win it right by round. And then we'll see what happens in the future, as Lou Dibella said.
Thank you. And a couple more questions for Richard before we go. Jeremy Herridges. Jeremy, you're unmuted. Please go ahead.
Hi, Richard. Hi, Lou. I talked to Richard some time ago at length. So this question's for you, Lou. Looking at the landscape of the lightweight division, there's some great knockout punchers, but I would say the one thing with Richard is, he's one of the best with 81% KO rating. Do you think that he's one of, if not the best knockout puncher in the division? And how do you think his power stacks up to some of the other fighters?
Well,
I'm sorry, that was for Lou.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to unmute Lou right now. Lou, you should be unmuted. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Look, Richard is a huge puncher, but as you saw the Teofimo Lopez fight, if you get caught with a big punch you don't see coming, it's a problem. But Richard's punching power is potentially a problem for anybody. I think his punching power is right at the top of the division in that same kind of level as Lopez's, honestly. I think Richard has the ability to take you out with a combination or with one punch. And I think that that's an element of his game. I also think he's a really fine boxer. What happened in the Teofimo Lopez fight was sort of a worst case scenario for us is, I think that he had a good round and was getting a little bit comfortable, and then something got thrown that he didn't see coming. And by the way, as we learned subsequent to Richard's knockout, Teofimo Lopez is a hell of a fighter. But Richard Comey is a hell of a fighter himself, a hell of a puncher, and has the ability to damage anybody at lightweight.
No doubt. Thank you, Lou, and best of luck, Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lou, and thank you, Richard, for joining us today. Richard, before we let you go, do you have any final statements you want to say to the fans and to the media before we see your off?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Dibella for everything. I want to thank my managers, Michael Amumbidiaku, for being there for me right from the beginning. Keith Clooney, my team, Andre, Gary, and all the guys at the gym, we've been working so hard, and I thank them for all the workout they give me and everything, God bless us all, and can't wait to win again. Can't wait to come back into winning ways, and then we look forward to what the 2021 for us. God bless us all.
Hey, well, Richard, thank you so much for joining us today, and I know everybody at Top Rank, we're looking forward to seeing you again soon, my friend. So best of luck, and we'll see you in Las Vegas, sir.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye, Richard. All right. Thank you. And that was Richard Commey, former IBF lightweight world champion, on the line with us. And so we are now going to move to the main event portion of our broadcast of our call. But before we do that, we have the president of Top Rank, Mr. Todd DeBuff, on the line. So